these days I am listening to UG Krishnamurti. Hmm? So UG Krishnamurti, in his videos, he's saying all spiritual teachers are con man, and with such audacity, sureness, and confidence in his face, he's saying all this. So my confidence also shatters. Uh, my beliefs, my understanding. I also like start questioning on my beliefs, ki whether I'm understanding things right or wrong, whether I'm following right things or not. So all these things, ki what should I do regarding these? So please say something about UG Krishnamurti also, and his liberation, what he calls it as a calamity. By sometimes he sounds so different from any other spiritual teachers. I'm very much confused.
You talked about UG Krishnamurti, and you said that he declared with great assertiveness and confidence that all spiritual teachers are fake. He was not the first to do that. There have been many others before him. In fact, Jiddu Krishnamurti, who mentored him for some time, was saying much the same thing, though in much less abrasive terms. So, I think I'll give him the benefit of doubt. I'll take his statement in good faith. He has made a sweeping generalization, but that generalization is not far away from reality. So, what he is saying, I think if you go to the spirit of it, it has to be accepted. I too say the same thing, and I endorse what he is saying, that in general spirituality is the favorite ground of fraudulence. Any other place, even if you want to cheat people, you have to make some efforts. You have to know something. You at least have to be a master at the art of theft or robbery or whatever. Spirituality, you just have to yak, and the masses are all just too gullible. It's not, bad to say something or to try to uplift the other by teaching, but then this other must have the sense to engage in a conversation. Don't you want to understand what the other is saying? If you want to understand what the other is saying, why don't you bring some depth to the conversation? Why don't you ask him questions? But instead of questions, what you have is discourses. In fact, I face this peculiar problem. People who come to me and have been with teachers before, and are used to sitting in sermons and discourses, they just don't want to talk, they just want to listen. When I started speaking publicly, I faced this problem. They would say, you come and speak. I would say, I have nothing to speak. I can only converse. I can't talk at you, I can talk with you. Let's chat. They say, but spiritual teachers don't chat. They sermonize. I said, I have no sermons. In fact, there is very little that I have by way of a message or something. If you have a question to ask, I can answer it. If you have a topic to raise, we can talk. And it would be an awkward situation many a times. I would be there on the podium waiting for the audience to raise a question, and in front of me would be hundreds, and not one person would be willing to say anything. And then I would implore them again and again, please sir, please say something, please say something. And then one fellow in a feeble voice would mutter something, and that would anyway give me some stuff to speak on, and I'll say, and having said something heartfully, now I'll wait for the audience to reciprocate, and the audience would be mum again. And that comes from years of being dumbed down. Your parents don't want you to speak, your teachers don't want you to speak, and religious preachers, obviously they are very afraid if you speak up. So you don't ask even the most basic, logical, sensible questions, and you keep accepting even the most amusing kind of trash as if it's the word of the gods. So, in fact, that's the reason why I prefer the company of students rather than so-called mature people. Mature people are so deeply steeped in beliefs that they can't engage. They can follow you or they can walk away from you, but they cannot really engage. If you say something that violates their beliefs, they'll walk away. If you say something that reinforces their beliefs, they'll follow you. But at no point is there an effort to really explore, to want to know. That youth, that vitality, that love is missing, and that's the reason why spirituality has such a bad name today.
I asked about me. The path that you are showing me, I'm walking on it. I'm trying, I'm questioning, I'm trying to understand everything. But when these things happens, I get deviated. So from last 2-3 days, I'm deviated from my path. As what I understand. So whenever I get deviated from the path of understanding and spirituality, what you are showing me, I suffer, and I'm suffering from 2-3 days a lot.
No, you see, being
So
Asmit, I got it, right? And I'm keen to get into what you're saying. You see, it's better to be doubtful than to be falsely assured. No? Is it not? What do you want? False assurance, false confidence? And there are so many people who carry that. Very, very deep and false confidence. You look at their self-assuredness and you'll be impressed. You'll say, wow, this man knows so much. This kind of a confidence can come only from deep knowledge or deep understanding. No, confidence is a mask you can wear even without having any knowledge or understanding. It's far better to be doubtful. You said when you grow doubtful, then you cannot walk speedily on your path. Which path? If that path is indeed important to you, don't you want to be sure that it's the right path towards the right destination? Which path? Which path? If your journey is important to you, how is it not all right to question your path a million times? If the path is right, then every successive round of questioning will only deepen your trust in your path. No? Why are you afraid of investigating the path you are treading? Investigate. And if you are saying that you grow doubtful of me, I welcome that. In fact, doubt is not a bad position to start from. You see, if you are doubtful of me, you will be forced to inquire deeper into what I am saying. If what I am saying is real and useful, then this doubt will result in you understanding me better and developing a little more trust. And if what you are doubting indeed proves to be false, then good riddance, you have been saved. You doubted me and I proved to be a fraudster. Isn't that some relief for you? So it's not at all a problem to doubt. I do not know who taught you the virtues of easy and cheap faith. Faith is very, very expensive, and faith must be very final. Only when you have travelled a great distance in your journey must you develop unconditional faith. Before that, remain doubtful, even skeptical. Are you getting it? So, forget about this being a thing of problem. It is indeed a welcome state for a young man to be doubtful. Do you know how long did Vivekananda remain doubtful of Ramakrishna Paramhans? For pretty long. And it's all right. Because he remained doubtful, because he was a man of integrity, because he would not compromise with the false, that's the reason why ultimately he could get a true teacher. Otherwise, teachers come a dozen a dime. I am sure even in the times of Ramakrishna, that area, Calcutta and Dakshineshwar, was infested with all kinds of fraud, babas and the like. We have never had a shortage of them, be it today or any other century in time. Vivekananda didn't fall prey to them. Why? Because he was not going to accept anything easily. When you don't accept anything easily, then what you accept means something to you. Whereas if you are someone who just accepts anything, then your acceptance has no richness, no meaning, no significance. Today you can accept this, tomorrow you can accept the opposite of this. A rolling stone gains no moss. And most people are like this. Shallow, fluctuating beliefs, not having any real center. Remember that you cannot have faith without doubt. Faith that came to you without being initiated by doubt is just flimsy trust, not faith at all. Let doubt be the interlocutor. Let doubt introduce faith to you. Won't that be great? You are there, faith is there, and doubt is the introducer. Doubt says, on my own credibility here, I take the pleasure of introducing faith to you. Now that's some statement. Faith being brought to you by doubt. Yes? So even if I say yes, you are not supposed to obediently say yes, sir. It's my part to say yes, and my yes comes with a question mark. I'm not asking you to follow me, I'm asking you to answer me. That much is all right, no?
Yes, sir. These things happens. ये पहले भी हुआ है, but होता रहेगा. मैंने ठीक किया भी है, करता रहूँगा.
नहीं नहीं, कैसे ठीक किया? व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय ठीक किया है? इन द
ठीक
नेम
किया
ऑफ
in the sense
इन द
कि
नेम इन द नेम ऑफ ठीक किया, डोंट किल योर डाउट.
I'm not killing. I'm saying कि पहले भी ऐसे डाउट्स आए हैं, तो मैंने उसे फिगर आउट करा है कि एग्जैक्टली क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे, इस पूरी सिचुएशन में हो क्या रहा है.
यस.
तो उसको समझने के बाद मैं उससे फिर आगे निकल जाता हूँ. बट वो फिर दूसरी बार भी वो थॉट आता है परेशान करने, बट वो इंटेंसिटी उसकी कम हो जाती है. तो अभी फिलहाल उससे गुजर रहा था मैं, तो मुझे लगा वही सवाल मैं कर लूं.
नहीं, it's a
अदरवाइज
great. When doubt comes to you, it's a great opportunity. Use it. Don't suppress it. Don't think of yourself as mischievous or disloyal or infidel. If doubts regarding even the most commonly accepted things come to you, doubt the entire world, doubt the gods, and most importantly, doubt yourself.
yes sir. Can I ask one more thing?
I'm here for you.
In one of his videos, he's saying कि perception of eyes are not actually three-dimensional. So what is it? मतलब मैंने तो ऐसा किसी भी टीचर से नहीं सुना. यूजी कृष्णमूर्ति जो कह रहे हैं वो ना जय कृष्णमूर्ति कहते हैं, ना ओशो कहते हैं. तो वो कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है कि there is something else that he has to say. So
See, I'll have to go into that exact excerpt you are coming from, but it's obvious, no?
I'm thinking,
It's not that it's not the eyes that see. The mind sees. And
he's
if
saying
the,
that the knowledge says that it is three-dimensional, otherwise eyes don't see that it is a three-dimensional world.
that's all right. You see, even if you don't have knowledge that it's a three-dimensional world, the fact that you live, eat, walk in a three-dimensional spatial reality will remain. Animals don't have knowledge regarding the dimensions of space. X, Y, Z axis they do not know, and still their entire movement is in the three dimensions and the fourth dimension of time. So that's a bit regarding naming. You know, you must listen to the right teachers with some empathy, because they often speak from a state of meditative depth. So sometimes the words might be a bit incoherent, or what they might be saying might be opposed to what they have previously said. These things are there, and when these things arise, then you are supposed to apply your own mind, because words are always contextual. What is being said might be applicable only in one particular context, right? So do not get fixated on that. Read on, move ahead, and as you read on and as you read diversely, the meanings of what you are reading will get progressively clearer.